Hi, my name is Hope Amore. I am a mother of three, Zora, Kal-El, and Link. Link is my youngest. He is 3 months old. When Link was born, I noticed some things about him that were to the extreme as far as his bowel movements and his eating habits, sleeping, things like that. One of the things that I noticed for his colic situation, and I'm a seasoned mother, so I knew something was up. He would have an extremely distended and hard belly after any feeding. And pretty much for most of the day he would. And there was a lot of arching in his back, and he would cry anytime he needed to pass gas or lay on his back. He would be uncomfortable and he was not consolable. I was unable to get him comfy. His car seat, he was unable to be in his car seat. One of the biggest issues for me, because I know those are all colic symptoms, but one of the biggest things for me was his inconsistency in bowel movements. Link was born 3 weeks premature. He was to term, but he was early term. When we brought him home, we noticed that the initial plug that comes out when a baby is first born, their first bowel movement, their first poop, we noticed that he wasn't pooping consistently, and I knew I needed to get him in to see Dr. Scherenberg, I was referred to him with my second child by my doula friend, and I took my second son to him when he was about 3 weeks old and saw improvement immediately. Arching back went away, feeding was easier, he was sleeping through the night. There were not as many problems. He was the jolliest baby I think I've ever met. So fast forward to Link, I knew what I needed to do. He was born, I immediately called, got scheduled, and Doc started treating Link. So fast forward, Link is being treated. He is not as distended in his belly. It's a lot softer. Passing gas is easier for him, but I noticed he was still struggling to poop. And I thought that was really odd. My pediatrician, I went and saw and did a checkup with Link. She told me that a breastfed baby could take anywhere from 10 to 15 days to have a bowel movement. I knew that was not right. If you or I were to have a 10 or 15 day between our bowel movements, we might go see a GI specialist because, yeah, our tummy's really gonna be hurting. That's some bad constipation. So just looking at my two older children, I knew something was up. And then, of course, thinking about the human body as it is 15 days, 10 days, that's too much. The only way I could get Link to have any bowel movement was with a suppository. Now, if you know anything about suppositories, you are not supposed to be using those long term. The long-term effects of the suppository are not good. I took him to Doc. I told him what was going on. When he would evaluate Link and he would press on his ileocecal valve, there were no problems. He was soft, he wasn't crying. The treatment really had done its job. That distended belly, the arching back, he even stopped spitting up as bad as he was. So that we saw improvements in those areas as well. But some other issues were still occurring. So, as any mother does, I researched and researched and researched, and I was open and honest with Doc. Now, the best part about Doc is that he listens. He's calm, he kept me calm, and he helped me research. So when Link was born, I noticed a bump, kind of below the sternum, a bump, immediately when he was born. Like the picture of him when the nurses are holding him up, he's crying, you know, he's just born. There's this bump there, you can see it. I asked, what is that? And I asked the pediatricians, the nurses, all the people that came and saw us, what is that? What's going on with that? And I was told, no big deal, Hope, it will go away. No big deal. Fast forward, and it went away. And I'm seeing Link having all these problems, the throw up. He won't stop spitting up. I mean, his weight gain is normal, but he's not He's not full. He wanted to feed still frequently. I would feed him and then he would spit up. I did have him evaluated by a pediatric dentist who did diagnose him with a class 3 tongue tie and a class 2 lip tie. I had those resolved. Doc was supportive, which I do appreciate that from him. He was supportive in my decision there, but even that did not solve all of my problems. Did it make it less? Yes. So we started here. The problems were terrible. Doc started treating the ileocecal valve. I had his tongue tie serviced, but there was just something missing still. The puzzle was not solved. And Doc, being as awesome as he is, he comes to me and he has his research, because he's a doctor that researches. He's a doctor that does work with you and does the work for you, because he knows you're busy and you're tired because you're the one that has baby 24/7. So he looks at me and he's like, I believe he has a hernia. It's an esophageal hiatal hernia. Doc starts treating it, and I said, wait, I was like, where is it located? And he tells me, and I show him a picture of Link when he was first born, and sure enough, that's exactly what we got going on. A hernia. It's a congenital hernia that he was born with. Not all babies have it. Now, Doc does look for it in his initial exam. However, it is a look. It's not something that you're really going to be feeling. It's not like it's going to be, especially Link's, it was not super obvious. Even I couldn't see it anymore. Once he had hit that 2-week mark, it was gone. Like, you could not tell it was there. But it was causing problems. So this was, oh goodness, this would have been about a week and a half ago we discovered this, from the time we're recording this. You guys, my baby is not projectile vomiting. My baby is pooping every day. I was getting my nails done yesterday, okay? He exploded, and I was so happy that he exploded. He is 3 months old and had yet to have an explosion. If you're a seasoned mom, you know explosions are normal. That is like something that just happened. That's all their bowels, you know, it doesn't fit all in the diaper, right? Ladies, gentlemen, if your baby's not exploding at least every once in a blue moon, come on. So anyways, he is having a bowel movement every day. He does not arch his back. He can sleep on his back. He can sleep on his tummy. He can sleep on his side. He can be held and set down without waking up. He is content. That contentment did not happen until Doc started treating that hernia. So Doc not only treated the colic in his intestines from that valve, he also treated the hernia. He is a true functional doctor. He is somebody who is going to take care of you and your child, and he cares deeply. So thank you, doctor, for everything. And I, and like so many others who are treated by Doc, I get to enjoy the youth of my children. I get to enjoy the smiles, the kisses, the bubbles, the babbling, everything, because that crying has significantly subsided. Obviously, when teething comes, that'll be a different story, but everything else Doc did was a true miracle, and I'm really thankful for what he did.